just outside Parliament here, so just wondering who's actually coming out here. Sorry. Guessing it could be our illustrious Prime Minister, so let's try and get a shot, see what's happening. The traitor Prime Minister.
Brexit now! Brexit now! Brexit now! Brexit now! Brexit now! Brexit now!
Well, there we go, that's how much they pay attention to the public. They just go flying past in their lovely big limousines. So here's our Patriot friends standing looking for leaving without a deal. These guys are always here.
Hello, this is new. Good, I like it.
It's interesting. One of the police officers just walked past the pro-Brexiteers, the Asian police officer. Not that that makes any difference at all, but there we go, there's another one. And just looked at the Brexit guys with a look of absolute contempt. So the dynamics of it are quite interesting. Oh, here we go. Here's the pro-EU lot now. So. Of course, they only ever videos. What about you, mate? You keeping all right? Just doing a little bit of a video here. So, what just happened? Who was that just came out there? Was it
Boris Johnson? Yeah.
Boris Johnson. So what's happened today?
Don't know. We don't know nothing.
I was just thinking, they just go past in the limousines.
Yeah.
They don't engage with the people that are really that really care about.
Yeah.
They just ignore us.
Yeah.
And they're off on one doing whatever they're doing, and we don't know what they're doing.
No, we don't know what they're doing. What's happening now?
And, you know, of course, they're well protected. They've got thousands of cops.
We're still coming out on next Thursday, isn't it? 31st.
Yeah.
I'm up there all day.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope.
I'm wearing my mask.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my mask.
What's all this old bill about?
I don't know. I mean,
you up here Saturday?
No, I didn't get it. Look at this Remainer, the lone.
Lone Remainer.
The lone Remainer, but she's got a Union Jack wrapped round and a traitor flag wrapped round her head. I mean, I'm just a bit
they're deluded, aren't they? Deluded.
Yeah, they haven't got a clue what's going on. Of course, they never talk about the fact that leavers are here every single week.
Yeah, look. All knife crime in London, murders and rape.
Yeah,
look.
exactly.
And they don't do a decent day's work. Look at them.
They're running away. They're running away. But she's looking very isolated, that poor woman.
Very isolated.
But it's crazy. I mean, you know, I was just thinking, when I came around the corner there, I thought, you know, I wonder will any of our lot be here? And thank goodness we've got people here.
Yeah.
They never get reported on.
No.
You never see anyone coming up and talking to people who are pro-Brexit, who support Brexit. They're always talking to those Remainiiac lunatics.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a zombie apocalypse.
But their eyes don't.
And the only one thing they can say is
geography teachers.
And the only one thing they can say is bollocks to Brexit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all they can say.
I mean, I remember talking to some of them, and they had this badge on. I was there wearing a medal, and they had a badge on saying bollocks to Brexit. Which looks fair.
As the Campbell's round, I gave him a bit of shit today.
Yeah.
I mean, he's another Tony Blair,
and
he's a right lefty, isn't he?
You missed it on Saturday. We was outside the pub. We were told by the old boy we can't drink outside there.
Yeah.
Really?
Saturday, it was a joke up here Saturday. I mean, Danny Tomoli got attacked in it.
Just the thought about all these flags that are just standing there. We've got EU flags, we've got Union flags, we've got Welsh flags, Scottish flags, English flags. Is there any Ulster flags there? Can't see any. But it's I've never seen anything like this before in mainland UK, considering what's happened with Brexit and what, despite the treachery of our politicians and the pathetic treachery of the hardcore Remainiacs, Brexit has woken people up to politics, and these flags are just a testimony to that people are now fully politically engaged, and no matter what happens with Brexit, I think we're going to get to trade. I think we're going to get sold out. I hope I'm wrong. I was talking to someone who said that they're convinced that I'm wrong and that we will get Brexit. Well, let's hope he's right. But no matter what happens, the British people are waking up, and we've got to hope that they stay awake and that they get fully engaged in the political process and start trying to change things.
Well, I have no chance of getting elected whatsoever. Really bad.
Moved out of town and then tried taking it back to Italy. And after a week, they released his son.
So I'm not sure. That's a very, very strange flag. Now, what is that? It says a lot about the mentality of the people that support Remain. So they've got a Union flag that they've cut in half, and they've superseded the flag of a hostile power over a Union flag. And they don't see the irony in that. They just think that's quite normal.
Stormy Archer 3, yeah. So what it is that on the internet, they all gave thumbs down to it. Because when you free...
So are you from Ireland, are you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so am I. Why do you think there's going to be a border in Ireland?
What?
Why do you think there's going to be a border in Ireland?
No, there is a border in Ireland.
Well, exactly. So why are you saying no border in Ireland? Are you for United Ireland?
Yes, I am.
So
yes.
you're a United Irishman.
Yes.
So really, what about Brexit then? So how are you going to have a free, independent Ireland within the European Union? You're not bothered about that?
On the 18th of December 1918, the Irish people... On the 18th of December 1918.
1918.
The island,
that was a long time ago. No, I'm aware of Irish history. I'm aware of Irish history. So
yes, well, let me...
Are you an independent state now in the EU?
Are
you an independent sovereign nation? Or have you lost your sovereignty to the EU? Is that not the case?
No. The sovereignty was taken away by British state terrorists.
By British state terrorists?
Yes.
What state terrorists were they then?
Yeah, but you see...
what British state terrorists took the sovereignty away?
Lloyd George.
Lloyd George in 1918. So what about the EU taking away your sovereignty?
If you will let me make my point, you will learn something. On the 18th of December 1919, the people of Ireland voted in the general election for independence. Sinn Féin won 73 seats out of 105. And they assembled on the 19th of January 1919 in the Mansion House in Dublin and declared independence. That established the sovereignty of the Irish nation. We had voted to leave the United Kingdom, so that established our sovereignty. So our sovereignty was taken away, this place here, by an order in council, nullified or tried to nullify the effect of the 1918
Do you not see a certain
election.
irony in what you're saying there when you're talking about no border in Ireland and you're talking about an independent Ireland? Ireland will never be independent and free as long as they're part of the European Union.
Yes, they will.
Yeah, of course we will.
How will you be free? How will you be free if you're a member of the European Union? How are you going to be free and independent when you're going to be governed by the European superstate?
That's not true.
Would you not support Irish independence from the European Union, the Ire-exit movement? Would you not support that? Would you not want to see an independent state where Ireland? Because let me tell you something. I have loads of friends in the Republic of Ireland, right?
There's no such place as the Republic of Ireland.
Well, let's say there is. Let's say
there's no such place as the Republic of Ireland.
Okay, let's say on the island of Ireland. Let's say on the
island
of Ireland, right? I have friends on the island of Ireland who were in Sinn Féin and they were thrown out of Sinn Féin because they were against EU and they were against the EU mandate in Ireland. So what about those people? Those people are true Irish patriots that want Ireland to be independent and free of the European superstate. In the same way that I want the United Kingdom to be free of the European superstate. Now
It doesn't exist. European superstate doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination.
Well, what about your little strange flag? I mean, what's that all about? Can we talk about your flag?
No, can you? I don't want to be. I don't want to be any of
You're
that.
standing there with a flag. You're standing there with a flag.
Yeah,
you
but I
you're
didn't
waving
give
very
you
proudly.
permission.
You're waving your flag very. I don't need permission. I don't need permission. This is citizen
Yeah, but
journalism.
as a courtesy, you should.
Well,
As a courtesy.
well, there you go.
You're not a very courteous person.
Well, no, I'm very courteous.
You're quite aggressive.
You're trying to hit me on the head with a stick.
Well, I'm not trying to hit you on the
Can you just move
head.
back to one side because we
No,
can't see
I
your
don't
pretty
want.
face?
I don't really want you. Quite.
What's
I
your
don't
flag
want
about?
to-
What national flag
There
is
is
that
no
you're waving? No,
European
sorry. Can we
superstate.
talk about your flag? I just want to show your flag here. Okay.
It's-
So you've got a flag there. It
it's
looks
a
a bit like the Australian
Peaceful
flag.
mix of the two.
It looks like the Australian flag. That's not a real flag, is it? What's that flag all about? It's a made-up flag. It's not
You'll
real.
soon
have a Republican Australian flag.
Yeah.
You'll soon have a Republican Australian flag. Australia
Well,
soon be a
I know
republic.
where you're coming from.
Australia will be a republic.
I know where
So
you're.
will Canada.
I understand exactly where you're.
And so will New
I-
Zealand.
I'm sure you're loving all this. I
And even
understand
Jamaica
exactly.
and Barbados and
I
all the
understand exactly where
republics.
you're coming from. But tell me this: what's this about this flag? Talk to me about your flag. Do you think
can see-
the
you can see
European
what it
Union
is.
is a democratic institution?
It is not a state.
No, well, that's what they're going for. They want a federal state. They want
And
their own army.
what would
they
happen?
want their own
There we
foreign
are.
policy. You know
Listen.
that's true.
Listen. Any proposal for an army or further integration is subject to veto. You just say no. Any state can say no. And you don't want to accept that, but that is the actual
But
position.
the reality.
No, that's the reality.
The reality is that what the European Commission decides happens, and you know that.
No,
as well
that
as
is
I do.
not. That
You
is
know that as well as I
factual
do.
nonsense.
No, it's not.
It is
true.
utter
It's true.
factual
The-
nonsense.
the-
Let me tell you why. Because the Commission is the civil service. The people who make the decisions are the Council of Europe, the Council of Ministers, of which our democratically elected ministers sit with the European Parliament. Now, if you don't accept that, go and read it in the treaties, which I have read. I know the treaties. I've read them. Can't remember everything. No one can. But that is so you're peddling the nonsense myth that
Tell
the
me this,
Commission
tell me this.
bureaucrats run the EU. They don't.
Tell me this. Tell me this.
So unless we have a sensible
please.
conversation.
Okay. Tell me this. Are there plans afoot for a European army?
Some people might want one.
No.
NATO.
NATO's not a European army. Are there
is a
plans
European
afoot?
army.
Are there plans
Controlled by
afoot?
America. Of
Are
course
there
it's a
plans
European
afoot?
army.
Are there plans afoot for a European army where British soldiers will be swallowed up into that army?
See the emotive language swallowed up.
Well, it is swallowed up.
Swallowed up.
Why
But
should a British
why
soldier?
don't you put it
why
in a
should a British
proper
soldier? Why should a
sense
British
of-
soldier go and fight for a European superstate, or for let's not call it a
No
superstate.
one's-
let's call it a federal
Well,
state.
they're permanent-
Why
no,
should they have to do that?
No,
They're
when
not
they've
to.
never
Because
voted to do that.
No
They've
one
never-
has to.
Nobody's.
They're not in it. There's no army. It doesn't exist.
No, it does. It does
Oh, it
exist.
exists.
You know,
But
you know,
you know
about
where it
Presco.
exists.
You do-
It exists
No,
between your
no,
ears.
No, you do.
You're
Have you heard
not
of Presco?
someone who's going to have a conversation. You're a ranter.
No, you do
now,
understand.
just go away.
You do understand what
Leave
Presco
go
is.
away
Do you
because you
understand what
cannot
Presco is?
have a
Do you
dialogue.
understand what Presco is?
You're just
No,
shouting
I'm not
at me.
shouting
There's
at
no
you.
point.
Do you understand what Presco is?
You're not
Do you
understanding
understand what
it with
Presco is?
dialogue.
Do you understand what Presco
Stop
is?
repeating
No,
the
you're
same.
you're running away from debate. I prefer the Irish. I prefer the Irish to the to debate with. You're far more affable, even though we've had our little differences over the past 100 years.